Well, welcome everyone to Gold Fever Adventures. These are my adventures. My name is Jack. I'm out here in the Arizona desert. I want to do a little prospecting today. It's a beautiful day. It's only about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's probably about 55 degrees. It'll probably warm up to be about 75, 80 degrees today. So for us, it'll start to get a little bit warm, about 80 degrees. That starts to warm up. But I'm out here in the Arizona desert, and I'm going to be using an older piece of prospecting equipment that you probably don't see anymore out there, and you don't see many people using them. Some might call it a relic. Some might even say it needs to be in a museum. But I'm going to try that and see how good that works today. I had the opportunity of picking one up a while back. But I'm out here, and the first thing I got to do is look for a place that I want to dig. So I got to scour the area and look for where that elusive gold might be. But hey, I want to thank you guys for coming along and sharing on these adventures. Sure means a lot to me. If you're a subscriber, appreciate it very much. If you're one of my Patreons, hey, thank you for supporting the channel. That's awesome. Anyways, thanks for coming along, and let's go find us some gold. All right, I'm up here on a ridge right here. You see a wash coming right there. There's another one that ties into it right there, and the wash continues on down there. There's one wash. Here, you see, there's another wash. It starts further up there, and it comes down right through there. So, first off, I'm going to do is walk over to this wash right here and take a look at the wash. You see a lot of quartz around. That's a good sign. The quartz. And coming into this wash. You always got to watch for snakies, It's a little thin wash. See some little bit of gravel that looks like it might be good right in through there. See some rocks. See these rocks here? They've probably been thrown out of the wash. Somebody probably worked this years and years ago. Looks like somebody's thrown a lot of rocks out. And all these rocks here, they've all been thrown out. These are probably tailings right here. As I continue to walk down the wash, there's more rocks have been thrown out. Thrown a lot of rocks out right through here. Looks like more rocks have been thrown out through there. A bunch of rocks have been thrown out through there. Somebody stacked rocks there. And they've done a nice little cut right up through here. Okay. That's this wash right here. It doesn't look like a lot of current workings. Looks like a lot of old workings. So what I need to do is let me go check out the wash on the other side. You pick up some of this quartz like right here. There's a piece of quartz. See how that is orange in color? There's another one right there. See how it's orange? That's iron stain. That's mineralization. That's a good sign. And these green rocks, green stone, it's a good sign for some gold. Well, I don't think I'm used to this walking around. But whenever you get to an area, first thing you want to do is kind of scour the area, find where you want to dig at. You just can't drop in someplace and immediately start digging. That big old jack just took off. Whew! Scared the jeebies out of me. Came out of the bushes right there. Took off a running. I don't have a pistol on my side. That was kind of scary. Now look at this wash here. It's a little steeper walls. It's got rocks there. I see there's some tailings right there. Well, this wash here There's more rocks in it. A little steeper side. It's got some tailings right there. Looks like maybe some bedrock right through here. All of this here looks like good old bedrock all the way down there. See, more people's dug in there. That's the tailings. Bedrock going all the way up there. Looks like maybe this whole side is bedrock right there. Bunch more tailings right there. More tailings right there. Tailings. Bunch more tailings. More tailings, more tailings, and more tailings. Okay, so what does that tell you? More tailings. More tailings. See, there's a big cut right there where somebody cut into. Here, they cut into this bank. There's the tailings. Kind of worked over here. This made a bend or turn. See how they're coming into the banks? They're really not working right inside the washes themselves. They're kind of coming into the banks. And this was the high bench area once upon a time. The wash is right here, but once upon a time, you know, as it gets really flow, it comes over here. So this would have been like that inside bend. So they're coming in. They may have just not went far enough in there up against the bank to see what was in here. But they took all that out all the way down. There's more tailings I see right there too. So I have a decision to make. Which wash do I want to dig in? I can do a different couple washes, but they both seem to have quartz on both sides. I think I'm going to do the other wash first. I didn't have the bedrock over there, but I had a lot of the, I think I had a little more of the iron on the quartz. There's a lot of quartz here, but it doesn't seem to have the iron stain on it. Whew. Walking up these hills can be heck. So I think I'm going to start in that other wash. All right, I'm back in this other wash. Tailings right there. It's on this side of the wash. Get up here, tailings on the opposite side of the wash. And they dug right in the wash. Dug right in the wash right there too. And over here they dug on the other side of the wash. Maybe they were just looking for something in here and they didn't find anything, so they moved on. Let me walk up here just a little bit more. A lot of tailings all through here. Right there, they dug in there. Stacked up rocks there. I think what I'm going to do, you can see how this comes down. And this is where the higher bench was over there. And they dug in there. I think I'm going to take this out right here. There's a bush right there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this down and run this dirt right here. All right, this piece of equipment has a Vac PAC frame, so I'm going to put it on my back and then haul it down to the wash. Well, after I got down here in this wash, I decided to set up on the other side of this wash. I'll show you why, and let me show you this machine. That's where I was going to dig at in here, and I just noticed it's just more dirt. There's not a lot of gravels in it. There's some over there on that side there, and it is going into the higher bench, which I do like. But over here, I just noticed more of a gravel layer right here. For all this here. It's got more gravels in it. So I thought I would take this piece out right here. But here's the machine. This machine is called an Easy Pickins. It's a dry vac gold concentrator. That's been rubbed off, so I'm not sure what that says. Dry vac, it's a dry washer. So what this does, this will vacuum up, goes down in there, it's got some baffles in there and sets, and then it falls out onto the dry wash tray. That thing kind of sucks back and forth. You'll see this thing operate. Originally, this motor was a different motor on here, but the motor quit. So the owner that I got it from believe it or not, put a propane motor on there. I've never seen a propane motor. Never seen a propane motor. Propane powered. So anyway, I'm going to fire this up. I've never had this thing fired up, so we'll see how this thing works. These things came out in the 80s, and he sold them all through the 80s and into the 90s, and he died in the 90s, and once he died, then they just kind of went by the wayside. They used to have some old ads in some of the mining journals. I'll have to show you some of those ads later on, but I said I want to fire this thing up and see if I can get this thing to run. All right, I'm done running this thing. Show you the guts inside of this thing here. That's it right there. It's just a screen right there. It's got a baffle in there. Got a filter here for the dust. And the dirt just comes in there. And it's got this golf ball that sits on its chain. And that's what just kind of goes back and forth with the weight, keeping it down. That's what keeps that chute from plugging up. It just lets the material go back and forth. That's all that is. Got to clean that out once in a while. Well, that's the machine. And now to clean it up. Design with this mat here in there. Anything that's really fine, your fine gold and that will go through this mat, works its way down and gets in this tray here and then comes over and dumps out right there. So you could put a gold pan or something right there to get the fine stuff that'll go through there. Anything larger, of course, will get caught right here. The material, I'll take this back to camp and I'll pan it out back there. Well, it's all packed up and put back into the truck. You can see it's not, super fast, and it doesn't really go through a lot of material really quick, but it does replace 2 units. It replaces the vacuum that you got to take out and replaces the dry washer you got to take out. You know, with the dry washer, you either got a 12-volt battery or you've got some gas on your motor. So it does replace that. It's 1 unit. You can just backpack it back into some place where you want to go to and set it up and just have 1 unit. So, it's a piece of prospecting equipment that served a purpose. That's what I like about it. Piece of prospecting equipment that serves a purpose. Ain't that what we have all our prospecting equipment for? To serve a purpose. I think it's starting to get a little warm. Oh, there's one of them jet things, that they talk about. Throwing all whatever, they're dumping stuff all over us. Well, I am out here on a private mining claim. Here's the Gold Fever Prospecting Club, Gold Fever Radio Prospecting Club. Has these claims out here, and that's where I'm out here testing it. Like I said, it's starting to get a little warm, so I think I'm going to head back to the home front. Then I'll pan that out, and we'll see if we got any gold in there, huh? And that just a little bit that I just ran just to test out that machine. The machine does run. I was surprised. I mean, when I first got it, it fired up, but I didn't really test it to see how good it worked. So it worked. But anyways, let's get back to the home front and pan that out and see if we got any gold. Well, made it back to the camp. Now I got to pan this stuff out and see how that worked. Let's see if we got any gold. Magnets in there. Okay, let me dump this in here. I'm going to quickly pan this out. Don't know if there's any gold in there or not, so we'll find that out here in a little bit. Just going to mix all that up with my hands and reach in there. Then I'm going to stratify it a little bit. Shake it all over, get that gold to the bottom. I pan a little faster than probably normal people do. That's because I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see what kind of gold I get. Piece of quartz. Bigger rocks made it up in there, I guess. Okay. Not a lot of black sands in there. But remember, I didn't do a lot. Okay, now let's take a little peek. And guess what? Maybe one little flick of gold. One little dinky flick of gold is all. Not a lot. Some old mining journals here. I've got, let's see, 83, 85, and 92. Let me just look here. It's kind of cool to look through some of these here to, just to look at some of the old products that's been around and what's lasted the test of time and what's still in existence. Let's see. Right there. The Easy Pickins Dry Vac PAC Gold Concentrator. Combination vacuum and vibrating recovery tray. Just backpack that right into there, but that's what it is. Huh. That was it right there. That was their ad that they had. That was in 83. It was there in 85, and then again it was there in see, what's this here? 92. It was there in 92. Let's see. And there it is again, right there. Easy Pickins. Combination vacuum and vibrating recovery system, all in one. And of course, I think in 93 must have been about when he died or something, because then they quit making them and they went out of existence. Anyways, that's a cool little unit, the Easy Pickins machine, all in one. But anyways, hey, sure appreciate you guys coming along, sharing on these adventures. You know, it means a lot to me, all you guys that support the channel. Thank you very much. So you guys all be safe out there. Thanks for coming along. Until our paths cross again, we'll see y'all. Goodbye, everybody.